Prince Harry is returning to the UK for his grandfather, Prince Philip's funeral. It's the first time Harry has been back since stepping down from royal duties. He's expected to join his father, Prince Charles, and brother, Prince William, at the funeral, marking the first time they'll be together since his explosive interview with Oprah. Here's James Longman with the latest.
Britain is preparing to say goodbye to Prince Philip, but the coronavirus means a more scaled-back event just for family. And that will include Prince Harry flying in especially for his grandfather's funeral. It's the first time he will have seen them in more than a year, since he and Meghan served out their final engagements as working royals before stepping back officially from public duties.
Meghan very much wanted to come, but she was advised by her physician not to travel. Clearly disappointing for her, for Harry, but you could say in some ways that her not being here might simplify things in some ways if you're looking at the possibility of a brother-to-brother conversation, for example.
The funeral for the 99-year-old prince will be held Saturday in Windsor. Harry is expected to join his father, Prince Charles, and brother, Prince William, walking behind Philip's casket. A moving reminder of a similar scene from over 20 years ago, when the Duke walked with his grandsons behind their mother, Diana.
My dear Papa was a very special person who, I think above all else, would have been amazed by the reaction and the touching things that have been said about him. We are, my family, deeply grateful for all that. It will sustain us in this particular loss and at this particularly sad time.
I love William to bits. He's my brother. We've been through hell together and we have a shared experience, but we were on different paths.
It may be a rocky homecoming. Meghan and Harry alleged in that sit-down with Oprah that, among other things, a member of the royal family made racist remarks about the possible skin colour of their child. Harry said the comment did not come from his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, or his grandfather, but it was a bombshell claim.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Okay.
But that was right at the beginning, right?
Like, what will the baby look like?
Yeah, what will the kids look like?
Meghan also alleged she was suicidal, but received no help from the firm. And Harry claimed his father wouldn't take his call at the time and that they were cut off financially. In rallying around the Queen at this difficult time, the family may find their own differences mended. That is certainly the hope.
We are seeing the royal family very united in their grief, and I think that's going to continue to be the case. And it could be an opportunity for them to have discussions and work through some of the real disagreements that have taken place.
So you saw there Prince Charles speaking about his father over the weekend. His sister, Princess Anne, and two brothers, Edward and Andrew, have all spoken. And now the next generation of the royal family are making public comments. And in the last few moments, we've had Prince William with a very heartfelt message. He says, "My grandfather's century of life was defined by service to his country and Commonwealth, to his wife and Queen, and to our family." He goes on to say, "I feel lucky to have not just had his example to guide me, but his enduring presence well into my own adult life, both through good times and the hardest days. I will always be grateful that my wife had so many years to get to know my grandfather and for the kindness he showed her. I will never take for granted the special memories my children will always have of their great-grandpa, coming to collect them in his carriage and seeing for themselves his infectious sense of adventure as well as his mischievous sense of humour. My grandfather was an extraordinary man and part of an extraordinary generation. Catherine and I will continue to do what he would have wanted and will support the Queen in the years ahead. I'll miss my grandpa, but I know he would want us all to get on with the job." So it's a very, very personal message there from Prince William in memory of his grandfather, Prince Philip. Dan?
It is, and we know that tributes are coming in from leaders all over the world for Prince Philip. James, what can we expect at the funeral on Saturday? I know COVID is going to make things a little bit different than they otherwise would have been.
Absolutely. You know, for someone of Prince Philip's stature, you'd expect hundreds of people here, foreign kings and queens, princes, politicians, pop stars. There will be none of that. It'll just be a very personal service for the 30 closest members of the royal family here at Windsor at St George's Chapel, along the lines really of what Philip himself would have wanted. He didn't really want people to make a lot of fuss about him. His casket is currently at Windsor Chapel, private chapel here on the Windsor estate. It'll be brought down on Saturday morning to St George's Chapel, and that is where the service will go ahead. We'll all be watching on television, but it will be a personal service. Diane?
All right, James Longman at Windsor Castle. Maybe the service he wanted after all. James, thank you. And we will have live coverage of the funeral of Prince Philip beginning Saturday morning at 9:30 Eastern, here on ABC News Live.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.